Hi everybody, welcome back. We are on Section 5, Market Analysis, Unit 4, the CMA. And last lesson we did presenting it, and this lesson we are going to do the real estate professional's role on the CMA, which is going to be your role when you become a real estate agent. So this study guide is to help anybody that is taking the test. All right, Danny exhibited several traits in his meeting with the Schumachers. If you missed this thing we're talking about right here, you might want to go back to the last lesson. But when preparing and presenting a CMA to a client or a prospective client, some of the traits that you want to display are what? Do we want to be arrogant? No. We want to have effective communication. We want to be diligent. We want to be, how many do we have? 4. Documentation and order, okay? And you want to be competent. I don't really need to read a resource for that. These are common sense, okay? All right, that kind of question is going to be too easy for the test. Just so you know, that probably is not going to be on the test because that's kind of common sense and it's too easy. Okay, Danny is a member of the Realtor Association. He must adhere to the Realtor Code of Ethics. The Realtor provides value or price opinions for reasons other than trying to obtain a listing or assisting a buyer with an offer. What needs to be included? This must be included. You must include the address and location. You must include the market data, where you came up with your opinion. Updates and escrows should perform to increase value. I don't know if that should be included. Statement that's not an appraisal. I don't know about that. Let's see. I'll probably get some of these wrong. The price range, I would say. Limiting conditions, yes. Let's see how we did. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't do too bad. All right, you must include a statement that's not an appraisal. So we did pretty good on this. I got almost all of them right. You need to include the market data. You need to include the address. You need to include anything. You don't need to include what they have to perform to increase value. You might suggest that they do some upgrades, but that's not, you don't have to include that in your CMA. All right, define value. You need to include some price ranges. You need to include any limiting conditions. And you need to include in a statement that's not an appraisal because we don't do, hold on, I'm getting it out. We don't do certified appraisals. Okay, we already talked about that in some of our other videos that we did here. Article 11. Okay, that's going to be important to know. Code of Conduct, Article 11, what you include in a CMA. All right, in case you want to take a screenshot. We can go and look at this resource too, by the way. Let's look at this. Okay. The Standard of Practice 11-1. This is the NAR Code of Ethics. This is for all states. This is not just for one specific state. Everybody in the country, I don't know about international, but in the U.S., this is an opinion or value of price. This is presenting your CMA. You want to include the identification of the property, the date you prepared it. You want to define the value of price. You want to include statements of purpose, limiting conditions. You want to present complicated interest. Like, for example, if you got tenants in the property, you need to put that on there. When the lease is up, basis for your opinion. What are you basing your opinion on? If the opinion is not an appraisal, you need to include that in there. This is not an appraisal. This is an opinion or a comparative market analysis. Disclosure of the inspection of the property's exterior was conducted. And this does not mean that you are a home inspector, because you're not. If you want a home inspector, which you should recommend, which is a whole nother thing, it's a whole nother job that I might end up doing one of my little videos on. It's a good job to do. But you're not a home inspector. You're just doing a basic run through of your opinion of the inspection of the home. If you see things falling off and the roof needs to be repaired, and you can usually tell a lot of this stuff just by looking at it. If you need to tell your clients that they need to clean up some of this stuff that they can sell their house, like if the carpet is all torn up and it needs to be replaced, you might want to make this suggestion. And you also have to put any conflicts of interest, such as I own this home, but I'm also the realtor on this home. Those kinds of conflict of interest. This house is owned by my cousin and I'm selling it for him. Those kinds of things need to be disclosed in your CMA or in your contract with somebody that you're working with. Okay, the result of the meeting was a new listing at a fair price, and they are appropriately pleased, informed, and prepared clients. That is your role as a real estate professional. Now, we've just finished lesson 4. We're going to go on to lesson 5. It is the final lesson in this unit, okay? And then we will take the test. So if you're following along and this is something that you need to work on or you need to study a little more, then stay tuned. Come back for the next video, okay? Thank you.